Alright, this is the introduction video for the Pillar Sprinter Invitational Competition. It's on March 4th from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. There will be two competitions, the skill challenges and the speed comp. So the skill challenges will consist of 7 different challenges that we've posted ahead of time, with dimensions and rules for everything. The speed comp will consist of 3 different speed courses with different themes. The winner will be judged by cumulative score. We'll start the day off with skill challenges. For every challenge you get 2 attempts. Points are as follows. Clearing the first hurdle, which will be the first hard action in the skill challenge, you get a quarter point. Making it to the end with an unideal landing, so you get 2 feet on but you don't stick it, or you land in the unoptimal area, you get your half point. If you make it to the ideal landing on your first try, you get 1 1/4 points. If you do it on your second try, you get 1 point. We'll clarify any loopholes and stipulations in the description videos. For the speed competition, there'll be 3 courses, winners determined by cumulative time. Each course is a different style or theme. They are as follows. The first one is touch the X's. There'll be 5 points to touch in order from start to finish. They'll be clearly numbered and the points will be a Velcroed plushie on the wall. You have to remove the plushie entirely from the Velcro so that way there's no ambiguity if you hit the spot or not. There will be a path-specific course where there'll be flags clearly marked that you need to go to the left and right of, and areas marked that you need to go through. There'll be high and low areas, so not every route has to be taken the same exact way by everybody. It's based on your skill and preference. The last theme for the courses is the floor is lava. There will be 5 marked points, again with plushies, different points than the last course that you must go to in any order that you want. It's your choice for what route you take, and your choice for which order you grab them in. Touching the lava does not DQ you. It means you need to go back to the last stable block, not rail, that you were on. A judge will be promptly pointing to where to go if you do touch the lava. This accounts for the penalty rather than DQing you entirely and making your course just make you automatically lose the course in general. For the speed courses, for the stop and start, there will be a button that the competitor presses himself to start and stop the time. There will also be 3 judges in addition to this, keeping time as a backup should something go wrong. To settle any ties in the skill competition, there will be 3 bonus challenges that will not be posted. For those, there's 1 try each. Highest score takes the win. If there's still somehow a tie, we'll do rock, paper, scissors, or parkour tic-tac-toe. And we'll leave it up to the tie at that point, what they want to do. If there's somehow a tie on a speed course, we'll have a backup speed course prepared that will be focused around endurance to really see who can push it through the longer courses. If you have any questions or comments about anything in this video or regarding to the competition, please post up ahead and we will answer as prompt as possible. See you there! Don't do that. Okay, challenge number 1. Floor is lava on everything outside of this cage. Yellow blocks are also lava as well. With a 9-foot run-up, you'll climb a 3-foot high rail to clear a 5-foot gap to a 4-foot high ledge. You have 7 inches of space from here to the wall. Just climb up. If you can concrete that, more power to you. We will accept that. As you can see, the wall is not lava. You can lean on this, just do not put holes in my wall. So from there, navigate your way to this 3-foot vault box. It's 4 feet wide and has 9.5 inches of top space. Moving on to the 6x4x4 block. This blue tape is the start of the lava, as well as this side. You must cat hang this surface. You have 6 inches of hand space. You're not allowed to jump into front support and hold it. You must jump into a cat leap. From here, you have 4 feet of gap to your first rail. You cannot step back into it, you must jump. So what Stefan is about to do is wrong. The rail is 5 feet long and it's 2-inch steel pipe. To get your first quarter point, you must jump to this rail and maintain your balance. You can't jump, land, flail, and then fall off. You have to show that you're actually there. To get your half point, you will box jump over this to the next rail. The rails are 4 feet apart. This rail is only 4 feet long instead of 5. If you touch with both feet and fall off, you get your half point. If you land with both feet and stick it, you get your whole point. If you do it on your first try, you get your point and a quarter. Challenge number 2. Floor is also lava once you grab this bar. Bar you're starting on is 8 feet high. You get 1 upstart, which means you get 1 backswing. Any additional swings, that was a failure and you just wasted a whole try. From the lache, you're clearing an 8-foot gap to an underbar. The underbar is at 6 foot high Bottom bar is at 3 foot high. The gap you're underbarring through, 3 foot by 4 foot. To get your first quarter point, you must underbar this without touching this bar. If it's a shirt scrape, we'll be okay, but if any limbs, foot, whatever, if you somehow hit your body on this, counts as a fail, you lost your try. From this underbar, if you successfully clear through this without touching, you'll be aiming for that rail that is 5 feet out from the base of this rail. To get a half point, you'll land and not stick it. Obviously, that's not your goal, but to get the whole point, you'll land 2 feet and stick it. If you do it on your first try, you get 1 1/4 points. Now they're gonna think jump to that rail. Go further. But don't over jump it. Challenge number 3, floor again is lava. Starting from this 3 foot high vault box, you've got 4 foot of space total. You can start 2 feet, 3 feet, 1 foot, start a cat hang for all I care. This is your starting point. From here, you have a 4 foot gap to another vault box. You get 1 step on here. Anything after more than that, like 2 feet, too many steps. From there, you clear a 5 foot gap to this 8 foot wide, 4 foot tall panel. You get 1 step on this as well. From the end of that panel, the distance to the far rail is 6 feet. That is your next goal. Any other rails that you touch or any additional steps on the red platform count as a fail. From there, you can stay up there as long as you want. You can stabilize, you can do the shuffle, but you must stay on feet on this. You cannot hang. No hanging. Not acceptable. So, to get your first quarter point, from that rail, you do an 8 foot long pole cat. You can catch with 2 hands, swing around, whatever, as long as you end up in the cat hang position and stable. We don't want you just flailing around and falling off on the ground. These 2 poles are off limits. Off limits. Kind of like
I didn't realize.
So, once you are stable and no longer swinging, you will get your quarter point. From there, you get 1 jump using that 8 foot high rail and 1 swing. If you have a back swing, counts as a fail. With that distance, you will leap for this wall. It's a 6 foot high rail. If you grab that, you get your half point, but you must stay stable. No peeling off, no falling down. No peel off. No half point. To get the whole point, you'll grab the top rail at 8 feet. Same thing, must be stable, no peeling off. If you do it on your first try, you get a 1.25. Challenge number 4. You have 15 foot of run up. Vault a 3 foot high vault box to a 3 foot rail. The gap between them is 4 feet. It must be one continuous motion to clear a 9 foot gap to the other rail. You cannot use the other obstacles, including these side rails. They're off limits. From there, you have a 4.5 foot gap to clear an underbar that is 20 inches. The top rail is at 8 feet. From there, you've got to clear a 6.5 foot gap to get to this blue topped box. The blue topped box is 17 inches tall. To get your quarter point, you must get through this without using your feet and no committal touches with your body parts. If your butt skims, not a big deal. If your butt hits and stops, we're gonna have to talk about that. Getting through there successfully is your quarter point. Getting both feet on the blue top box and falling off, half point. No single foot touches, doesn't count. No cranes, it's 17 inches, don't crane that. You get 2 feet on it and stick it, there's your whole point. You do it on your first try. 1 1/4. I didn't make a snap.
That also looked like 2 inches.
No, look where that's pointing, see? Where the thumb.
Ah, okay. 1 1/4. Got it.
God! These are the first 4 challenges. Get to work practicing these. We want to see top performances day of. Other 3 will be posted soon.